Hello, pull up a chair and join us in the alcove here with episode 35 of our homebrewed 5th edition D&D campaign, the Chaoslands. As always, before we start, a handful of quick announcements to get through, and so we will do that right now. Now that we're back, we'll again be going live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on both Twitch and on YouTube, youtube.com/thealcove. You'll find our VODs on both services going forward, available immediately after the stream. Give us a follow, a like, a subscribe, all of that good stuff. We'd really appreciate it. While you're following us on the streaming platforms, you'll also find links to all of our social media accounts, our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Go ahead and follow those for all the latest news and schedule updates, as well as awesome character art, profiles, and other fun things coming soon.
Start posting on TikTok again.
So, also, a big shout out to Syrinscape, because epic games need epic sound. Syrinscape is a digital toolkit with a collection of amazing sound sets and music that we use to improve the ambiance of our game and stream. If you're looking for a way to improve the immersion at your RPG table, go check them out at Syrinscape.com. On a second music-related note, we will also be using the Critical Role Welcome to Wildmouth soundtrack, which is available on Spotify. Amazing. Some of the tracks in there are really good for looping through as part of our actual play campaign, and it will help maybe add some more variety to some of the music that you will hear. Cool.
Sweet.
Well, that's pretty much it. Previously on the Chaoslands.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Oh,
That was real nice lighting.
The Iron Will, after successfully restoring power to Ward 6 of Schema, began to track down a way to free Archmage from a magical vow placed upon him by a very influential and powerful man, Ezekiel Miralar. Looking to fulfill the vow, you track down a former associate of Ezekiel's named Hezeric Mdiana in an attempt to bring him to justice. However, you found that Hezeric had already been captured by a strange figure known as Thaddeus to some, or Ambition to others, or Salvir to others as well. Ambition brought a message from another powerful figure in the city, a Lady Garnett, who offered to help Archmage break the vow out of some sense of kindred or a familial bond of sorts. With the help of a powerful magic item, Ambition teleported you all to the Garnett Estate in Ward 2, a grand, hedonistic manor house and tower, on large grounds covered with an icy cold mist. Here, you met Lady Angelica Garnett, a powerful and sophisticated enchantress who unsuccessfully attempted to break the curse upon Archmage. Surprised at her inability to do so, she asked an associate of hers from Icefall, Lord Theodore Constantine, to see if he could discern anything more about the magic that was placed upon. Unable to discern any further details that they were willing to impart with you all, you left Lady Garnett with condolences, looking for an alternative way to free Archmage from his binds, and making your way haphazardly out of Ward 2, only to be accosted by Theodore Constantine.
Eddie.
The same figure, but differently attired and equipped.
Same.
The version of him you all had previously encountered emerging from the vicinity of a lightning rift in Ward 6. He bore down upon you aggressively, demanding answers about how you were influencing the timeline and changing things in his past that he should not be able to do. And honestly, he threw a lot of strange and far-flung accusations before escorting you to the Scrivener's Vault, a library of sorts, and to an audience with, unsurprisingly, yet another powerful figure, who introduced herself as Tisha Trasandral, in a place outside of time, almost in a plane of sorts that none of you recognize. She flung even more insane details at you, things that didn't make sense, things about Astra being destined to replace some watcher named Hastur, and how Hastur is the only being keeping at bay some powerful dragon lords that ruled over the land for millennia. But most importantly, she mentioned how none of the four of you were meant to be here. She showed each of the four of you a vision of what your path in life was meant to be, but had instead been diverged from to here, to this timeline, to this moment. It was here as you all stood there in the empty pocket plane of an all-powerful archmage. What would you all like to do?
I punch her in the face now.
Always gets his wish.
What are we supposed to do with this information?
I need you all to find Astra and make sure that she's safe.
It's a little hard to keep track of her. I mean, we don't even really know where she goes. How can we keep track of someone that keeps disappearing in front of us?
I think the simplest solution would be for me to send you each back to where you are supposed to be.
But before you do that, something weird happened the last time that we saw Astra. There was this thing where we were fighting this person. She was trying to kill this other guy, this other gnome, and then, well, the big one shot her pet dragon, and then, like, reality cracked, and we kind of
went a little odd.
Replayed the last few minutes or so, and Astra didn't seem to know what the fuck was going on, and that was before she disappeared again. So
it was also seemingly a different time version of Astra. It was very odd.
But we could remember it.
Yeah, she has a pseudo dragon, and it seems to be a little more powerful, I suppose, than she leads on.
It seems like, I think you all might be.
My crotch is wet.
Oh my.
Oh my.
It's an exciting episode.
I think you all might, because of your nature as not being from around here, perhaps that's why you have these recollections, these memories, these moments that...
From Schema? Aren't we in Schema right now?
She looks up and looks around. No.
Oh. This is all very confusing.
I could send you back to simply where you came from. Could send you back to where you came here from. Teddy can take you back, and he kind of looks at you all.
Question for you. Would you happen to be able to send us to a time period, if I'm understanding correctly, to where my friend Arkmir doesn't have this kill switch in his head?
Can you remove the kill
Or
switch
that too.
on his head?
She looks back. What kill switch?
Oh, well, you see, we unfortunately got tangled up with somebody by the name of Muralar.
So if I had my notes, I would say the spell that was told. It's like the
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that. We're trying.
Seems trivial to remove.
That's what Lady Garnett said as well, but she no, she couldn't.
Oh.
It appeared to be empowered by some other means.
I mean, if you think you can do it and try, it couldn't hurt.
Are you familiar with Elira Lovelace?
I don't know any specific people by that name, or there's so many people. I know so many people, so many things, so many. There's only enough room in one's mind for so many names.
Well, apparently she's extremely powerful, and her gay spell is different from what we would normally expect.
Something about her having a gem? Or a
Teddy
stone or
kind of
something?
turns to her. Now this is gonna be strange, Tisha, but I remember them coming to me a long time ago, and I was the one who helped them figure out the nature of the spell. He lifts up his hand. The spell seemed to be empowered by one of the Aeon crystals.
How do you spell
Aeon? None of us fully understand how this works, but you, of all people, should. She says, yes, that would make this much more difficult. The nature of the Aeon crystals, once they are imbued in a body, they grant specific enhancements, so to speak. One of the enhancements is almost like a signature of sorts on a spell, one that is needed in order to terminate it. If that is what this, and Teddy says that's what it seems like, you can definitely see Aeon magic involved in the spell's traces. I remember many years ago, somehow, and I didn't used to remember this, doing this. To which Tisha then turns to you, and I'm afraid if that is the nature of the spell, only Lyra Lovelace can remove it.
Still got
Same
the
plan.
kill switch.
Well,
How would
potentially-
someone get one of these crystals? How would she come into the hands of one?
Teddy says, I can answer that. They're a well-guarded secret of a very powerful organization in Icefall. They call themselves the Ordo Draconis. The elite guard soldiers, shock troops, leaders, so to speak. Each one of them has at least one of these engraved within their skin. Their flesh crafters keep the signs of embedding them well hidden. I used to be one a long time ago. I left.
Before or after you met us?
After.
Would that mean that Lyra is one of these soldiers?
I don't think so.
Interesting.
They must have had some other means of acquiring them.
Does Ezekiel Muralar mean anything in your timeline?
Tisha turns to this. I recognize the name. I believe he would explain where the crystals would come from. He had strong ties to the Ordo Draconis. I believe he...
Don't say it.
No.
Something about him not being killable.
Possibly. I wouldn't know that, to be honest. I believe in my research from before I became a timekeeper, he was exiled from Icefall for committing some grave crime or the other. Again, I'm sorry I don't remember much more. I have seen so many things.
Is she speaking the truth?
Make an insight check. She looks very, like, she's thinking a lot to reply all of these questions. Like, she's searching through her memory to do so.
Shifty. Oh, natural 20. Or 24.
She seems to be telling the truth, and she's not. She is. You can tell just by looking at her, like, she's having to search her memory for this because it's just. It's a name that might be maybe a little bit more important than Lyra Lovelace, which is why it, like, pops something in her brain. But that's, yeah, like, she's not She's not trying to hide anything from you. She's already told you all so much that she doesn't see the need of hiding much from you.
That's fair. So if you were in our position, and it might be hard to understand what our position is, what do you think we should do? Because you've offered sending us back to multiple timelines and trying to keep Astra safe or find her, and we haven't really been doing the greatest job at that. And we have our friend here who seems to be in some sort of predicament.
If I was you, I would want to know why I'm here.
Why you're here?
No, why?
Oh, why I'm here. I see.
Something happened to bring you to this timeline. Something happened to change your path. If I were you, I would want to know what that is.
I think it was a soiree.
I thought it was a brawl.
Could have been that too. That was at the soiree.
Keltier. It's at this point that you hear a clinking noise coming from your backpack. Where I believe the mirror that you've taken was kept.
It's Clanko.
It was broken before, right?
Correct.
Like again?
It's cracked.
Yeah,
So
it's
a
gonna
new
just
crack.
it's just gonna
Yeah.
either
Yeah,
new crack
sorry.
or repair itself.
Go into my bag and
Before you do that,
I'm gonna
from behind you, all about 20 feet up, you hear a voice. Ah, I finally found you. The voice sounds like Astra.
Oh, she's back.
As you turn around, you see floating nearly 20 feet above you a figure that looks similar to Astra,
Oh shit.
but very, very different.
Future after. Other dimension.
You still see a pale, lilac-skinned tiefling, but wearing long, flowing blue and purple robes, dappled with stars and galaxies, that look almost like looking at a night sky.
Oh.
Her hair is longer, her braid a little more unkempt, but also almost completely pure white, lacking the blue ombre that you're used to seeing. Her horns are longer and a bit more exaggerated than you remember. Orbiting around her head are two small gemstones, one vibrant and purple, the other a softer green color. As she stretches out her arms in front of her, keeping herself aloft, you notice tattoos on her arms, and even a little bit near her neck, that glow with a searing white light. Her facial expression has a wide smile and almost eager anticipation, as she looks not at you, but at Tisha Trasandro. You also see the same thing 4 times around her. 4 images moving in sync, but switching between each other and making it hard to track and distinguish which one of them is real.
What the fuck?
Tisha looks up. Watcher, what is the meaning of this? Astra immediately begins to move to cast a spell.
Astra? What's going on, lass?
Tisha immediately begins defensive countermeasures, but suddenly there's a burst of light in front of her, almost directly above you all. Tisha turns her eyes, blinded. As you all look up, you see
Astra?
as you all look up, you see the source of this blinding burst of light. A small, iridescent purple pseudo-dragon floating in midair,
Fuck that.
the seeming source of the light, before it darts back up to Astra and comes to rest around her shoulders. As Tisha covers her eyes, the momentary lapse gives Astra enough time to finish casting her spell. What would you like to do? Doing something?
I was just saying, was there 1 Hoku or is there 4?
1.
Oh, okay.
I shared it again. I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
If at any point you want to do something,
I ain't fucking with that thing no more.
Like, Astra, wait!
the momentary lapse is long enough for her to cast a spell. Large manacles of purple blue light erupt from the ground and grasp Tisha by her arms and legs, binding her to the ground, unable to move.
How high up is she?
About 20 feet.
That's pretty high.
Oh, damn.
You want to move?
Astra, what are you doing?
This Teddy reaches up behind himself and draws his sword. You see that the blade itself is actually broken. It only goes up perhaps a foot and a half past the hill. Teddy reaches up behind him, pulls out the sword, and you see the blade is broken about 2 feet up from the hill. It looks incredibly old and rusted, but as he draws it, a blade of black shadow and flame forms around the sword.
Cool.
Massive claymore of billowing darkness. He grips it in front and begins to charge towards Astra.
Okay, before he gets like any kind of distance, I'm gonna try to cast something on Astra.
Do it.
I'm gonna try to cast command on her, and I'm gonna yell, "Explain!"
I'm gonna try and trip him.
I'm gonna run over and try and cut a tentacle thing, whatever it is.
You're running towards Tisha.
Yeah.
Let's just roll initiative.
Yeah, how do we know who's good and who's bad?
Yeah.
Let's just roll initiative to see what happens.
You have advantage still, because you were the last person I cast it on. And I'm pretty sure I have disadvantage.
This isn't my Astra.
Because I'm pretty sure exhaustion would give me disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, my friend.
Yep.
You have all the disadvantages.
Oh,
it
yeah.
sucks.
It's fine.
Numbers?
25 to 20? 20 to 15? What?
15?
15. Oh, that's me.
You would have higher dex. Yeah.
You have higher dex for sure.
Please, it doesn't see.
10 to 5? 15 to 10, sorry. 15 to 10. 10 to 5? 5.
4.
Okay.
Give me a boost.
So, Teddy gets his move first. He rushes up towards Astra, but he's farther away. He's not able to really make it up there. Arkmir, you're the first to react. What would you like to do?
So
You're
at this
running
point,
towards the chains that are binding Tisha down.
Yeah, are they chains or what?
They're chains of light.
Yeah, she created like imaginary lightning chains out of thin air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this
Oh,
Astra's
that's
better
better
than
than
our
that.
Astra for sure.
What the food?
Level 20. Yeah,
This is
we're
level
fine.
20.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't doing shit.
Then instead,
I
I
don't even know what fucking Tisha and what's his
Okay.
name are. They're probably high up
instead
there.
I'm gonna cast Psychic Whispers,
Okay.
and I can choose up to 3 creatures. So, okay.
That's when he whispers to
Yeah. Alright. I guess I'll do Astra, Calthier, and Tisha as well.
Oh, so that's to send whispers to them?
Yeah, like I can communicate with all 3 of them.
Okay, sure.
So reroll this thing.
Oh boy.
So 3 hours. Okay. So I'm gonna reach out to Tisha and ask her what, do you know who, what is going on? Have you seen?
The response you get back in your head, no idea.
Okay. I don't know. To Calthier, I'm just gonna say I think we need to work quick here. I don't know who this Astra is or what she's doing. And then to Astra, I'm like, Astra, you need to stop this. Let's talk. Wait before you act.
As you reach out to Astra, you feel a static in your head.
Oh,
Yeah, she's out of our
Hurts you
right
almost
now.
as soon as you try to reach out. You don't take any damage, but you can't even focus
even,
enough to send a message to her.
talk to her. Okay. Yeah, I guess with the rest of it, I'm just gonna maybe get closer to Astra, but hold there.
Okay. Timon, is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, I draw thunder and I shoot to the air and I say, Astra, stop!
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, yeah, I can actually speak to her.
Not bad roll. This was persuasion. 18.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
And I move closer to her. No, sorry. I moved closer to Tisha to like be in front of her, almost like shielding her with myself. Type of thing.
Next up is Tisha's turn. She tries to break from the restraints. She can't move her hands. Like, she can't do anything. She looks behind herself. The staff that you all had given her was on her back. She put it there. It disappears.
Oh shit.
Kelthir, you now get to do the command spell.
Yeah, I'm trying it.
What is the wisdom save for that?
15.
It's probably like 46.
It's not that much. It's only a 14. So you say
I said explain.
explain. Okay. We will remember that when it gets to her turn. Big one, is there anything you're doing?
What's going on? That's all. I'm just scared at this point. Yeah. Like, who's telling the truth? Who's who? Astra looks scary. They look mean.
Question DM: is Hoku bigger or is he the same size?
I'm just gonna
There are
whistle.
4 Astras, but only one of them has Hoku on her.
All 4 of them look like they have Hoku on her. As soon as he got close to her, she
They
was
all
all...
Okay.
copy.
Multiple.
Yeah,
She's-
I assume.
Okay.
I'm just gonna whistle for the professor to stand really close to me. 'Cause I'm scared.
I don't know if I have 4 clerks.
Astra looks... She looks at you and makes eye contact and... Just trust me. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, we've heard that before.
She looks back at Tisha. Says, Lady Timekeeper, I must admit, I've spent many years wondering if you'd be surprised when I finally found you. Tisha replies, Watcher, we have an accord. What you are doing here is a flagrant violation of...
Well, they're timekeepers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Astra replies,
She's the training.
an accord that was made in a bygone era by a bygone Watcher who selfishly assumed that he knew what was best for all the mortal races. No, Timekeeper. The accord holds no sway over me. And she begins to cast another spell.
Is she talking about the boy in the wall? Because you were friends at one. I'm scared.
Tisha shouts back, You have sacrificed everything? All that we have fought for. All that we have protected for centuries. Why? Astra says, To find a better path. And she casts Blade of Disaster.
I don't know what that is, but I'm scared.
Yep. It should be.
We're going to die. So she's going to TPKs.
Where's the gift of... Yeah, there it is.
Uh-oh. Dice rolls.
Oh,
2 almost long, diagonal, shimmering particle blades, almost like mirrors, form around Astra. And they slice straight towards Tisha,
Cool.
cutting off her arms.
Oh.
Blood spurting from both sides.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh no.
Astra, stop!
She looks down at you all. This is for us. Trust me. I'm
Do I
doing this
believe her?
for all of us.
Do I finally believe her?
Make an insight check.
Can
If
I?
you would allow. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna exist. Like, can all of us make
So
one?
you just make an insight check.
That's funny.
Ooh, not too bad. Not too bad. Finally. I have advantage but disadvantage, so a straight roll.
I rolled a natural 20.
Probably me.
For a 20.
Oh, never mind. I didn't, so.
19.
24.
9.
Ironic.
You
just saw Oscar come off your
right.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You don't really. You're overwhelmed by all
Yeah.
that's happening right
It's like,
now.
well, there's a rock in here.
The rest of you, she seems like she wholeheartedly believes it. Even though she looks different than what you remember. It sounds like Astra. Too.
This is Astra. I mean, I don't think I could stop her even if I wanted to. But I believe her for once.
Teddy, at this point, is just shell-shocked. Tisha turns towards him, like, slumped on one side. No. I can't harm her. Watch her. You know as well as I do that there is no other path. Together we have walked in infinite timelines, and they all bring us back to this one. To which Astra replies, no, not this one. Another one.
Another one.
Similar, but not this one. In this one, I intend to try something different. Is that why you're here? Is that why they are here? Yes. One time. Perhaps the last time. I'd like to see where this path ends on my own. Without you.
She's erasing the timeline.
Teddy just ignores it and rushes with his blade.
Not a good idea.
Pulled out.
No, Teddy.
To which Tisha turns and almost like slumping, the blood loss getting to her. Lord Constantine, halt. You know that any harm that comes to the Watcher puts all of Rivenox at risk.
All of them.
Rivenox. That's the continent.
Astra turns to each of you, or to all of you, and you see her face turn to sadness, melancholy. Her posture drops, and she looks like a strange reflection of the Astra almost from a few hours ago. She pleaded you all that you needed to kill Ezric, with tears in her eyes. I'm so happy to see you all again. Thank you.
How long has it been?
Too long. Please, stay safe. I can't tell you more now, and if everything goes well, you won't remember anything of what happened here. But trust me, this will all make sense in the future.
Does she have the little man in black stick?
I miss you all so much.
Oh.
When she says that, can I try to cast something?
Yeah,
Can I message you what I want to do?
yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
I don't know what to say. Is everything okay, Astra?
I'm saying this as you're like...
Yeah.
He's gonna cast Destruction Ray on her. I'm scared.
I don't belong here.
I don't know.
Okay.
I want to go back to my
You know.
workshop.
Okay.
All we do is carry big
Do you want to know right now what it's going to
I
say?
wanna
Just
have a
like
beer
the gist of it,
outside.
but if it's not relevant right now, it depends.
I don't
Depends
drink
on
beer.
it's up to
I
you.
want a beer right now. Ward 8 water won't cut it this time.
Oh no.
drought water. It's not gonna cut it.
Drought water won't help in this case. Nothing. Don't worry about
Only
us.
for the best.
Yeah.
Only for the best.
What'd you do?
What nothing.
Yeah, I just asked her.
I'm just like,
I don't remember what I just asked her. It doesn't matter. I'm scared.
She turns to all of you. Should be any moment now.
Wait, Astra. The lady you just murdered there. She said
She's
something.
still hanging on without her arms.
Well, about the murder, apparently. She said something about Dragon Lords being locked up, and it being really important that they don't get unlocked, and that, you know, the House of Corm did not really kill the previous dragons. So,
Oh no, that's what he took away.
what?
From it.
What? You're not releasing the dragons, are you?
If my plan doesn't work out, it might.
We'll need your family
What?
after all.
But there's
What?
it's
Lass, you
hard
need,
to explain.
Lass, you need to stop. You've
We have
always
tried everything, and this is the one thing we haven't. As she says that, Tisha kind of slumps to the ground and collapses. The
See?
chains of like disappear.
murder. Called it.
As she says this, looking at you, it's okay. You also have time.
Time for what?
Any minute now. As she says that, a shimmering mirror of light appears to your left, the other side.
You're on the left.
As it does, between where you and Teddy are, you see in the mirror Astra. You're Astra, the one you recognize in the brown leather overalls, glasses, hair, everything that you recall. She's looking out at you all, like waves to you to come this way. The Astra in the room says, "Go now, all of you, including you, Teddy." Which he like shakes his head and puts the blade back into the sheath. I don't know what you all are doing, but, and he's not saying this to you, he's saying this to the two of them. Tisha is almost dead. I know a lost battle when I see one. He turns around and walks towards the mirror.
When will we see you again? How will we know we're doing the right thing?
I trust you will find out. And she says, "Go. This grim business is one I must take alone on my own." And she begins to cast the third spell.
Oh god.
Oh, she's gonna turn her to mush. Let's go.
Okay.
As she says, you hear a whisper from the ground. "I saw so many paths, but not this. Never the darkness that I see before me now." Astra responds, "Yes, I expect that's new for you. You know, after all of this, I am sorry, Timekeeper. I did indeed grow fond of you. But we built this cycle to buy us time. Time enough to find an answer. Ironic then that perhaps in order to find the answer, we need to break the cycle." And she finishes casting her spell. And as she does, you can see the figure on the ground begins to morph into different ages, different people, different things. Just one look she's old, one look she's young, she's like a baby, she's a full-grown old stooping corpse, desiccated
no
ash, everything.
Locks it in?
No arms.
Gosh.
No locks on.
Damn it.
Just
One day I'll
varying
understand the
different
truth.
ages as time ravages her body, and she disappears. As she does, the space around you begins to fall and crumble.
Oh, we should get going.
We need to go.
Let us move.
Start running towards Astra.
Astra, will I ever see my sister again?
She does not respond. As
God
you,
damn you, lass! And I run.
as you step through the mirror into a room, you're back in the tavern that you had slept in the night before.
Fuck. So before she disappeared the first time?
Yes.
Oh, so before
Motherfucker.
we even went to
Yeah.
Ward 5.
Oh,
Or
wow.
like just before Ward 5? Or in Ward 5? Were we on
You're
the
in the
cusp?
tavern,
We know where, we don't know
but you have
when.
your memories of all of that. Except, as you think, okay. We went to Hezerick. We found Hezerick. Yeah, he was captured. You killed Hezerick. You went to Lady Garnet. You met Lady Garnet. You left. You met Teddy. You had a conversation with Teddy. And then there's the fuzziness. Like, there's moments. It's almost like you wake up from a dream and then you can feel yourself losing moments. You can feel memories just disappearing off in the ether.
Okay, guys, so this is what happened. There was an Astra and she shot Flash.
I gotta write this down for
Yeah.
forgetting everything.
But it's strange. You still remember having a conversation with Teddy. You remember having a conversation with Astra. You even remember the conversation you had with Astra about some things that don't make sense, like everything that just happened. You just don't remember Tisha. You don't remember anybody else who was in
What
there.
was that all about?
You don't remember anything to do with Tisha Trasandra.
Well, we remember that we feel like Astra was with us this whole time.
Astra was with you this whole time. But you also remember she was gone, and then she came back. Your memory is very obviously fucked. Like, there's something very immediately wrong with your memory, because each of you have the same gaps, and you can tell that you have gaps. But, yeah, now you're here. The only thing that you do not remember at all, as players, is Tisha Trasandra ever existing.
Is there a staff on his back, just visually?
There is a staff on our back, wrapped up in a canvas.
Yeah.
Do we remember who it was for?
Nope.
What? So I just have this staff. Wait.
There
We
seems...
knew the name
Yeah.
before we met her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the note has it.
There might not
Unless
be a
the-
note now.
Yeah. Or it says something else.
Oh, why do you have a... I've been meaning to ask you, why are you carrying that staff
You
around?
found the staff somewhere.
That doesn't have a note affixed to it anymore?
In your memory,
Wiped.
you don't.
They pulled that thread out of existence.
Yes. Tisha Trasandra does not exist.
So we're back in the tavern right now. Are we in our bedroom? Whatever it is? Or is
You're in a
Astra,
room
you're
that looks.
alive. You can
You're in
count.
a room that looks like your tavern. I technically didn't say that you were in the tavern. I think if I did, then that's a mistake. You're in
sorry.
a room that looks like the tavern room that you were in the night before.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And Astra, you can come join us if you'd like.
Unless
Actually, it would be nice if all of you could lead for a moment and Astra can come for a second.
switch things. You just did some fucked up shit. You're like a level 20 wizard that just killed and murdered somebody. No joke either.
Evil bitch.
I know. Fucking psychotic.
Hi guys.
I know.
So,
So we're gonna kill Astra.
What?
where last we left off, you had been in this room. You had been watching yourself,
Okay.
having entered into that room, right into the house with Ezric in it. You had gone to sleep. You'd woken up in a room, had a conversation with yourself,
Okay, okay.
right? And then yourself had told you that, like, okay, we plucked you out of this timeline.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So as you were sitting there was a mirror beside you. You were looking through the mirror and you saw yourself appear in this house, this abandoned, dilapidated house. Open a door, go down the stairs, and meet your friends, your companion. As that had happened, the version of yourself that had called herself, I believe, Astrellis? Something like that. There was a different version with you in your room, right?
Yes.
She began to look at it closely and almost dumbfounded, approached the mirror and began to look through, confused and worried. And she turned towards you and says, "Something's wrong."
What? What's wrong?
You notice them. They notice that that's not you. They remembered.
Well, I mean, they're my friends. Of course they're gonna know.
They're not supposed to remember.
But what if they're like BFFs?
What's happening? I remember coming here. I remember being pulled. I remember sitting here. I remember talking to myself. Me.
Me?
No, me. When I was you, I was talking to me.
Oh, I see. Yes.
But I don't remember her saying this when I'm saying to you. What is going on?
You don't remember what I'm saying? Like when
No,
you
what
said
I'm
what
saying.
I'm so confused.
That did not happen. This isn't how it went. Something's wrong.
No, it's probably okay. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's just that these guys, they're good friends. They know
But
me
they're
so
not
well.
supposed to remember.
What if I tell them? What if I make them all pinky promise not to tell anybody?
I don't even know what's gonna happen now. And she says this. She starts to fade away.
Wait.
You're empty. You're alone in this empty room now. You can still see the mirror. You can see your friends. They're kind of interrogating the you that's there,
Okay.
asking her questions. Eventually, they decide to agree to disagree for now and worry about it later. And you head downstairs into the cellar. You go down the stairs further to Hezrick.
Mm-hmm.
The darkness spell gets cast.
Mm-hmm.
Things are happening, but you're alone. You're just watching them. Until all of a sudden the mirror goes back and it cracks. Spider across it.
Can I see anything in the reflection of the pieces that are still there?
No. You're
Nothing?
just alone in this room.
Do I see myself in it?
You see yourself.
Okay. I look to Hoku. What was that all about, buddy? Do you have any idea about Astralis? Oh, man. I think we're in quite a pickle.
He turns towards the wall, and there's a knock.
Do I understand what it's saying?
Yeah, it says, Ashramaris, it's you.
I go over and I start knocking. Oh my god, what's his name? You said Hezrick, and I'm like, it's not
Haster.
Haster, yeah. Haster?
Something's wrong. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are your friends okay?
As far as I know. What's happening?
Something's gone wrong. Something's not happening the way it's supposed to happen.
What do I need to do?
I don't know. You need to find your friends.
Okay.
You need to get back to where you were. I can't send you back to where you were because you're not there anymore. You're supposed to be there, so I can send you there.
Are there going to be two of us there?
I don't even know where you are. I can't see you.
Oh. Well, you usually can't see me. Right?
I think your friends are in danger. I think you're in danger.
Well, that
I think the
doesn't
entire
sound
plan
good.
is in danger.
I need to know what to do, or like who to go to tell me what to do.
There's one person who might be able to help you.
Okay. If you
I
say
can
me
send
from the
them.
future, if you say Astralis, that one's a no-go because she was just here and she left.
What?
Sorry, who?
I can offer to send you there.
Okay.
As he says that, the mirror that you're holding almost like disappears.
Huh?
And instead there's a larger mirror on a wall
Oh.
beside you.
Okay.
That mirror shimmers for a moment and then turns into a strange sight. You're looking out. You can see a wide white plain. Almost just like plain flat white ground. Standing in front to your right, you see your friends. In front of them is on the ground kneeling a woman with no arms,
Huh?
blood pouring out of her arm sockets.
Oh. I see.
And as you turn to like try and look at what your friends are looking at, you see floating up above them a figure that looks similar to you in some ways.
Oh.
Lilac skinned, pale white hair, completely, no umber. Tied in a loose, messy braid. Wearing long blue-purple robes that look like they have stars all across them, like you're looking at the night sky.
Mm-hmm.
As her arms outstretched, and you can see searing white tattoos on both of her arms and also running up one of the neck.
Do I have any of the tattoos that I'm seeing?
She's too far away to notice. You can just barely see her just floating up above.
Okay. Does she seem like she is
She's in
fighting?
the process of casting a spell.
Okay. And do my friends look like they're preparing for battle?
Kind of. They look like they have
Okay.
stuff on them. She says something. You can't make out. You can't hear anything that's happening inside.
Okay.
As she says this, your friends turn and look towards you.
Mimi?
Yeah, you.
Oh.
You gesture to them to come to you.
Okay.
And they slowly start making their way as the figure up in the sky finishes casting a spell. You see the woman on the ground shrivel up into almost different ages. Her body shifts between being old, being young, being healthy, being fit, being all sorts of different morphing changes as time ravages her body.
Yikes.
And she fades away into dust. As she does, the white ground inside this chamber begins to fall away, and Aster knocks. Well, that's unexpected.
What just happened?
As he finishes knocking, your friends come and emerge out of this mirror and find themselves in this room with you.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can come back.
Hi.
What have you done?
Oh, nothing. It's fine. Everything's fine.
My people keep merging.
How many people
You all
will
find
I
yourself
murder?
in this room
Oh.
Have I?
with Astra.
I said, half
Teddy.
now will.
Oh, God.
Oh, hi, Teddy.
Let's continue. Hey, guys.
Oh.
You okay? That looks weird. Was that an old me?
I'm a little
What are you
confused
talking
at
about?
what happened.
Well, me too. You guys have a lot to fill me in on. I saw you through the mirror. There was an old person, kind of looked like me, not as pretty though, let's be honest. And she was about to cast a spell, and then I was like, guys, come on. And then you guys came here, and the hell was that?
That's a good question.
That was you.
But why were we there?
Teddy took us there. Right, Teddy? Why did you take us there?
Is Teddy still?
He's
See,
there.
He's in the room.
Just in the corner.
I don't
I cast
Remember.
darkness. I'm just kidding.
Not again.
No.
I just pressed the wrong button. The lightning strikes are gonna go.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Right when I say I
Yeah,
cast darkness.
that's the end. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember.
We were having a conversation and I don't remember.
You really wanted to take us somewhere.
I did.
And then
Oh, was it another soiree?
No, I think it was
Well,
the
we do
library.
have to go to the soiree.
Oh, the birthday party soiree.
we went to the
Something's weird.
library. And then
I'm just gonna pull
You
out an
saw us
apple.
through a mirror?
Yeah.
Is there one in this room? Or
There's a mirror.
it's just
Can
there?
we
You
see
can see a
anything?
reflection of all of yourselves in it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice looking
Looks like
bunch.
a mirror. It's a large mirror. It's round and circular on the wall.
Calthea, do you still have your mirror?
Asher, I think
What
you
did I tell
were.
you about mirrors?
I think you were
Perfectly
older
and you
and
can
much
see your
more
reflection.
powerful. But I don't remember why.
But it kind of looked like I was trying to fight you guys. I don't think that was me, you guys. What proof do we have? I wouldn't cast a spell to hurt you and then...
Well, you are a bit of a
I
shady
don't
character.
think you were fighting us, though.
I saw what happened to the lady with the no arms, though.
As you think about that, you don't remember her anymore.
What
It
are
was
you
just
talking about?
your.
Yeah.
It was just a
I saw
figure
what
floating there,
happened
and
to the...
What leave no?
What?
Hmm?
See, so that's what I mean. You're kind of a colorful character.
Thank you.
I don't. You like to use your imagination a lot. There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
love
but,
stories.
But, yes.
Teddy looks around. Where are we?
Think,
Where are we?
I think we're in a
This is
tavern.
just a room?
It is a room.
It's a group. Yeah, not wrong.
You like telling stories, and that's the best you can come up with.
We're in a
Not
room.
wrong.
Inside check.
Is there a window?
He goes over and he tries to open the door. The door.
This is some Truman Show level shit I'm feeling right here.
Is there a window?
There is a window.
The
Can I
door's
go look outside, see what I see?
You look outside and you
You
just
guys aren't
see.
going anywhere.
You see.
Is it a painting of outside?
No.
Cosmos.
You look outside and you see the view that you would have seen from your tavern last night, except it's daytime. You also make a perception check. Right?
Me?
This is very odd.
Not that odd.
Did we have more apple teas
18.
last night?
It doesn't. It looks like the details are all kind of rubbed off. Like the ceilings don't have proper shingles. Like the chimneys don't have billowing smoke. Like there are no.
Like
There's
it's
not usually any birds. But
like
there's
it's
no,
an image. Like it's a projection of what it should look like.
That's what you figure.
It's like North
That it's not necessarily.
the fake.
I'm gonna go to the door and open it.
It's locked.
Oh fuck.
Teddy's there trying to open it.
Oh,
Can
can I
try
try
and
knocking
take
it
or
down?
Is there like
Yeah.
a?
There is no keyhole.
Okay,
Can I try
okay.
taking it down?
Can I just?
Let me the fuck out!
Wait. You hear a knock.
Oh
one of
no!
you guys?
That knock?
I
you
go
hear a
over-
knock on the door.
Is it saying something? Is it saying something other than...
Yes.
Oh, it is.
The knock to you says, "You all are safe."
Oh, we're in the fucking
Yeah.
tower. We're in the fucking tower. We're in her fucking tower.
I'll come get you.
Wait, and then I go knock. Am I going to be able to see you finally?
There's no response.
Did we all
Also,
hear?
Did he
Toku
see
hear
has
that?
disappeared. There's no voice. There's
No, but did we hear
voice.
the knocks? Did we hear her knocks or both knocks?
You heard both knocks.
What did he say?
Astra?
It was the boy on the other side of the wall. He says we're safe now, and he's coming here to
Can I?
continue to make sure that
I'm
we're
gonna
safe.
figure
So
this
the-
Can I try and open the window?
The man that I don't think is a good person.
Window.
Has
You
us
try
trapped
to.
in a
He
room.
So there
helped
are.
me
There is a
save
latch.
you guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to open it
Now we're
up.
trapped
Just
in his
now.
room.
No, you guys. He helped me save you. Right now, I was talking. Okay, no, back up. Do I remember this?
You remember most of what you saw. The only thing you don't remember is the figure with no arms.
Okay.
That's the only thing you don't
Also,
remember.
do we forget everything that she told us?
No, well, the woman with no arms, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything that she has ever done in her entire life no longer happens.
Okay. So everything she told us wiped.
You
Okay.
guys should trust the boy on the other side of the wall. He's the one that helped
But
me
you remember
save
what
you
Astra
guys.
told you.
And Teddy?
Yeah, but
Okay.
Astra didn't tell us anything about Hasser. Tisha did. Okay.
Oh wait, do I know? I don't know that Tisha.
You have no idea who Tisha even is.
Okay.
Tisha
Well,
does
not
exist.
as players.
Yeah.
Tisha had told us about Hasser, but we
We
don't know
know
that
that.
now.
Not-
No, we don't know that now.
No, we put two and two together that Haster was.
So
You guys
we're
think-
we're
Was
back
your
to not
boy.
knowing who he
But
is.
that came from her, so now we don't know who he is.
It's complicated, but
Tisha
the main
was
thing is
the
Tisha
artist.
does not exist.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tisha never
We had a
exists.
conversation. We figured out Haster was.
But now you don't know.
Trying to open
Now
the
we
window.
don't know. Now I don't trust you.
You try to
Great.
like undo the latch, open it. The window doesn't open. It's stuck. There's a latch on it. You undo it. You try to open it. It's still stuck.
I'm just
Can I
start
break the
throwing
glass?
chairs at the window.
Yeah. Like,
Can we
literally-
over here?
Right.
Like an end table and a bed.
like, can I break
I throw the
glass?
bed.
Try to punch it. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep trying to knock the door down.
Roll to attack the door.
Is there like a bed or anything?
There's a bed.
I'm just gonna sit cross-legged on the bed and just like wait for them to stop being stupid.
I hit the bed for a total. Well, I hit for 15.
The bed?
The door.
Bed?
The door. You told me to attack
okay.
the door.
No, the window.
Yeah, you
just-
told me to
you
attack the door.
You
Yeah.
said the bed.
Oh, well, I thought the bed out
You
the
hit
door.
the door for 15. It hurts.
I'm on the bed though.
Oh
I
god.
throw Asher out the door too. Oh my god, get me out of here.
You hit the.
I'm a big guy and claustrophobic. Oh.
Well, we hit the window. We'll be rolling. It's a 10 to hit.
You hit the window. It's a window.
Yeah. That's roll damage.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
Oh wait. What's this in here?
Oh, nice dice.
Thank you. 6 damage.
You take your dagger and you just like slam it into the window. You see a crack form and a.
Motherfucker, we're trapped. We're dead.
DM, do I recall anything about Dragon Lords and the question about Dragon Lords that I asked or anything like that? No.
Nothing
Okay.
that's changed. They should
with her.
just roll.
You don't even know that your family didn't kill the dragon.
Yeah,
you still believe that shit.
You still believe the House of Farm they eliminated the dragon.
You do remember asking Astra if you will ever see your sister again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
She did not reply. But that's
Yeah.
strange. You don't know why you would have asked her that. She was right here, and you never.
You guys done?
You remember it being a different.
Asher, get me out of here.
Just
I can't
wait.
breathe.
Oh my god. It's gonna be fine.
You're just lying on the
Lost. Something weird is clearly happening.
Yeah.
Listen, you disappeared twice, and then like we saw a floaty older version of you attacking.
I saw that too. And I saved you from that person that was not me.
And then there was this whole thing of like you wanting us to kill Hezeric, and then like Hoku does something weird, and then the big one shot him.
I shot your dragon.
And then
What?
and then you were like, no,
It wasn't you, don't worry.
The reality cracked. So like, what is going on?
All of that stuff happened.
Yeah.
What is going on? Where did you go?
I've been here the whole time.
You are lying
Insight
to
check.
me.
Make an
Try
insight
Jedi
check.
mind tricking us.
I'm not even going to inside check. That one is.
No, make
Shit
an
roll
insight check.
anyways. That was a 9 again.
She's telling the truth.
18.
She's telling the truth, but she's being creative with her wording.
What did you say?
Not saying anything.
She's been here the whole
time. Here.
Shut up.
Here, where she is right now.
You gotta stop interpreting me. It's not fair. Using my husband.
Guys, I've been here the whole time.
She's not lying.
But you guys have
Niggas
nothing
dig it.
to worry about. The boy on the other side of the wall, he's gonna be here. He's gonna save us. He saved you guys just now from the old person who was definitely not me.
For you.
Lost. Wait. You see, you asked us to kill a man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I just had this strong feeling that he had to die.
Sounds kind of psychotic.
No, it's not psychotic. I know how it sounds. I know it sounds cuckoo bananas.
We put people in prison for that.
No, you guys, it was for the sake of humanity. We had to kill one to save a whole bunch more. And that one, like, he kind of sucked. He wasn't that great. I don't know. He wasn't even conscious.
You also stole the gifts you gave me.
I didn't steal your gifts.
I just turned away from it.
Did you lose the gifts I got you?
I don't respond.
Let me see the smelly potion.
Nope.
It's in my bag.
I'm turned away from you.
Clear top. Was it Teddy that brought us into that kind of realm?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You remember him taking you somewhere.
But he doesn't remember why.
He doesn't remember why. He's, at this point, kind of like looking at the door. He saw you knocking. He heard the knocks. He doesn't know what's going on. He turns towards you, Astra, and says, "For some reason, I don't trust you."
Oh, that's okay.
Join the club.
I trust a version of her.
Teddy, can you get us out of here?
You don't have to go anywhere.
Maybe.
My friend is on his way.
How long have you been in this room?
I mean, time is a little wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
No, lass. I don't. Stop messing around.
I'm not messing around. I've been here for a period of time. Sometimes it's this time, sometimes it's other times. You know?
You hear a knock that says, "You've been here for about
He's ratting you out.
6 hours and 29 minutes. Maybe
Kelfier, what do you
30.
say?
Okay.
Something
I
about...
found a spot to send you all back to. The door should open now.
Oh, that was the boy on the other side of the wall. What did I tell you guys?
I still think he's evil.
He's not evil. First of all, I've been here for like 6 hours and some odd minutes. And stop trying to decipher our code. Second of all, go ahead and open the door. He's gonna send us on our way.
You open the door.
Fine, I'll open the door.
The door opens. And you look out and you see the entrance foyer of Lady Garnet's mansion.
Huh. Well, that's weird.
After you.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna knock on the wall and be like, he said he's evil.
Teddy immediately recognizes the place and begins to cast something on himself.
Oh, is this not a good thing?
This might not be a good time for myself. And he casts invisibility and he goes invisible.
Oh.
Can you guys, I haven't been here. Can you remind me Lady Garnet, Cliff Notes version on her? This is Alyssa talking.
She's the one that
That
likes
bitch.
him.
Oh, wait.
Red tiefling.
Sends the crow after us.
Lives in an orgy mansion.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, okay.
Sort of a leader of
yeah.
an
She
area
has
of
naked
schema.
people a lot.
But wasn't there another one that, like the one that in the orgy house? Wasn't there another one? Because there's the one that was lying on the bed, and then there's the one who actually liked you. Is that?
Oh,
a
that's
lady?
That's the orgy house.
No, you're thinking
Yeah.
about the brothel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
sorry.
not the
Lady
brothel.
Garnet lives in Ward 2.
This isn't
She's,
Drew. This is
Drew.
This is
Yeah.
the guy, or the tiefling. The red tiefling looks just like him, sort of.
The guy.
The guy,
Yeah.
and then
That's ambition.
ambition.
The
He has the
fuckboy.
Raven. We went to visit
Salvier?
Or
his
Salvia,
family.
Or
Previous?
Well,
Yes.
watch the episodes. YouTube.com at the
Ambition's the
Alpha.
fuckboy.
Okay.
We're like back to the mansion where, you know.
It's an Arkmere thing.
I
It's
feel like I
you know.
haven't met Lady Garnet.
Yes, you have.
You
How?
have not.
Yeah.
Just
Huh.
kidding.
Astra.
Wait,
Are we?
But
Astra
it's,
has not.
but it's
Yeah.
Lady Garnet that's having the party, right?
Yes.
wasn't Lady Garnet at the old person's house?
No.
No.
She was
That was who Lady Garnet was pretending
She was
to
speaking through her.
I got you. So you met her.
be. And the mirror.
But
In
you
the mirror.
don't.
Yeah.
You don't even know what Lady Garnet looks like. To be honest, you've never seen her.
Some powerful being you are. Can't even remember Lady Garnet.
You actually then wouldn't even know this foyer. Like you have no idea where exactly you're.
All this
coming out.
timelines, and she doesn't even know who Lady Garnet is.
You guys.
What's my notes?
Teddy is turned invisible and says, "I'll probably see you all sometime. Maybe. I need to process what the fuck just happened."
All right, bye, Theodore.
You hear footsteps.
Bye, Teddy.
Footsteps walking away, just
Yeah.
invisible.
As you all. what are you doing?
The door that we open, is it like as if we were exiting the Lady Garnet's mansion?
No, it's
Like,
just one of the doors on that you remember walking past as you were exiting from the manor. Right? It was like
so
a door to
it's
the left.
still inside. the
It's in
manor?
front of like the statue that you remember of the giant ice sculpture with the sword stuck
Oh, that
into the
you
top.
tried
The
to
ribbon.
go.
You tried to sword and stab it.
And
Yeah.
then talk to me.
Yeah.
I don't know off the notes of what it said.
Did you
I don't know if I wrote it down.
tell
So
us
it's like
that
a you thing.
the
Yeah,
statue-
I don't think so, and I didn't write it down because of that.
It was like some deep, creepy voice.
The door is open in front of you.
Well, this place looks nice.
We've been here. Walk out.
Yeah.
When I walk in, I'm gonna look back. Is there anything?
You still see the room that you left.
No, but like around it. Does it look like we're coming out of a different building entirely?
Oh, you're not exiting. You're exiting into the foyer.
Foyer,
But there's like a foyer with a statue in it. There's a door to the left that you're coming out of into the foyer. The exit from the building is to your left.
Think like the Matrix.
Pretty much.
Yep.
As you step out of this door,
This is where I pull out all my guns.
the door
I have the
behind
lobby
you
scene.
automatically closes.
Like Astra.
I open it again.
You look in and you see a large dining chamber.
Two people just fuck.
There's a very, very big painting on the opposite side of the wall of two people just fuck.
Oh, okay.
Astra, what were you doing in that room?
I was watching you guys.
It's creepy.
I mean, not in a weird way. I was just seeing the floaty old lady who totally wasn't Astra. I about to cast a spell on you guys, and I was like, the boy on the other side of the wall, help. And then he was just like, I got you. And then I saved you guys.
But you knew that we were going to be there?
Not exactly. I just looked, and there you were.
So you were watching us for 6.5 hours or
Not
something?
for that long. I wasn't watching the whole time. I mean, I was doing other stuff.
What the fuck do we do now?
So, Astra, for you, it hadn't been 6.5 hours. You know that. Probably like
But I'm
maybe like half an hour at most.
Okay. I'm just gonna go by what
Yep.
Pastor told me, though, and because that's all I know.
Well, you still have a kill switch on you, but the debt is paid.
That's been made, and I think our next step is to
Try to
hopefully
get it
meet
off.
with Lyra outside of Ward 3. I believe that's what Lady Garnett wants to
At the
arrange.
Swallow, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Was to try to get her there. That's in a
You
few
all
days' time. Though,
Turn to the left and leave the foyer, or is just hanging out here?
No, keep walking.
Yeah,
We
actually leave
You exit the manor, and
to Ward 2, was it?
you're in Ward 2. Yeah. You exit the manor, you walk past the shaded trees, and you walk through the city, come back to outside into Ward 2.
So, who was that was knocking again?
The boy on the other side of the wall?
Well, good to see that it's not imaginary like that. Actually,
Oh,
her
don't-
knocks.
I've been telling you guys the whole
I
time
mean,
that
it
it's not
could have just been
imaginary.
older version of her knocking on the other side of the version. This
What did you
version.
say his name was?
The boy on the other side of the wall. You guys, your memory. I'm starting to worry about you.
No, she actually said the name Haster to us once, I think.
I know.
She did
I
it.
purposely have not. Yeah.
We heard so. Like Haster told her his name was Haster once at a
In
tavern
secret.
when it was just her. Then one of the times we met Teddy when he was coming out of the storm, he told us
Oh,
the name
he said
Haster, but
name
we have no idea that they're
Context.
one and the same.
The
Yeah.
big one knows.
Yeah.
He remember. An elephant never forgets.
I have all my memories of what just happened, actually. I
It's
wrote it
just
all in my
like
journals.
That. It's just like that.
We're gonna wake up the next morning and in the big one's room, just all over the walls, just Tisha, written in blood everywhere.
What is that?
I don't remember anymore. I don't know.
So,
Telling you,
by the way, the
villain
staff on your
arc,
back is wrapped up in a canvas.
Yes.
Are you gonna get rid of that stuff?
Why do I have this?
Can anybody use it?
Again, your memory. I mean,
Probably sell it.
As
you know
you
where we
unwrap
got
the
it from?
canvas, the staff looks very different than what you remember it.
Well, he doesn't remember it.
Well, you remember having the staff.
Finding
It
it at some
looked
point. What does it look like
unfinished.
now?
Now the carvings and the intricate rune patterns are filled with a gold brassy material that looks like electrosteel.
Oh.
It forms into this beautifully elegant staff, and at the top, where it was empty and with no fixture, there's a large hourglass filled with purple sand. It's about
Ooh.
half full. It's perpetually falling, but never reducing.
Don't remember it looking like that back in the warehouse.
I'm sure somebody could use that. We have a...
Wait, would you remember that? Or I think, is in our mind, like, our recollection would be
You
that this is
recall
what it always
finding
looked like?
the staff. It didn't look like this.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
that it didn't look like this before.
Okay.
Something
Oh,
must have
that's
happened to it. It must
Did
have
you
changed while
did
on
you
your
have
back
work
somehow.
done to it?
No, there's more to this staff than I
More than meets the eyes?
Yeah.
do you think it's counting down to your demise?
Thanks, Astra.
Just checking.
So if I turn it upside down, does it pour
So pouring upwards.
upwards? I'm just like,
It's also perpetually pouring.
yeah,
What does it do?
Well, that's interesting.
but never filling. Interesting.
I mean, we have an old man. I mean, a man who uses a cane thing. Perhaps he could use it. But,
Quite youthful.
oh, you have no hair.
I've never had hair.
Oh.
You have no hair.
Oh, it's there. And I lift
Just
my
like
goggles
fuzz.
and it's like
There's
fuzz.
It was like two strands of hair.
It's just under my goggles.
Interesting. Any of you seen something like this before?
I assume not.
There's definitely electrosteel, but it's not anything that myself or I've never seen it with the artificers before.
Is this something that can be, like, can spend time identifying, or? I don't know if I'm doing it down for.
You can do it during like a short rest, or you can cast Identify on it. Like, it depends. It's up to you.
If you have that.
Don't have
It
it.
just may sound like a habit, so.
I know.
Yeah, I'll wait to do it during a rest.
So what's the plan here? Because we seem to know that we need to be at the soiree, but we need to also realize how are we going to get Lyra there?
Outfits?
But
I still have my purple suit.
I believe Lady Garnett will be the one to potentially invite Lyra. I don't think that's up to us.
I think she said that Lyra would potentially be there, but if you all could influence her into making sure that she comes. Like,
Letting her on.
But if she does decide to come, she really wanted all of you to be there.
Yeah.
And not to leave her high and dry. Or being late right now.
Oh,
I know we were going to communicate with Ezekiel to let him know that. I don't think we ended up doing that, right? Like we got.
End on about to send a message?
We were getting ready to message Ezekiel and were interrupted. We were originally planning to tell him that we had a lead on another. Or there was something else we were going to do. A reason why we couldn't go to them.
That's it.
Again, this is... I'm not sure what is the right call here for you. I don't know if we go... Ezekiel told us, or... Yeah, said that we could go there to get the curse, or this gas spell removed from you, but I don't know if it'll be that
Yeah.
simple.
ask for
I
something in
have
return.
notes that says Kaltir sends a message to Miralar, and then in quote, return to the mushroom lounge to remove the curse.
That was me saying where Hezeric's body was.
That was when we were at
That was
Hezeric's
before,
location.
yeah.
Before we
That
went
was
to Lady
before talking
Garnett's.
to Lady Garnett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
we
they
were
were
going to
gonna
send
message
another one
after.
later saying why we didn't go back.
Yep.
Ah.
I mean, perhaps, and again, this is your life on the line here, and quite frankly, all of us, if we risk going there to some degree. We could go there, see if potentially it could remove the spell from you. They almost definitely will ask for more. And I feel like they...
That's my assumption as well.
But perhaps we could try to use that to our advantage to get Lyra to the party?
And what were you thinking?
You could ask her on a date.
Do you think she'd want to perform?
I think
She
if...
might. What do you mean by perform?
Perhaps if we... Perhaps if we show potential...
Archer's keeping up.
I know.
Perhaps if we show a potential forming of an alliance with Ezekiel, at least like that we may start to establish trust. Not necessarily that we are, but if we give him that perception, then potentially he'll give us something else to do, which we could use to potentially have Lyra go to that. We could potentially... The only thing, though, is they do know that we've spoken with Lady Garnet.
Ezekiel had also offered to send you to this party.
Yeah. Well, it could be.
Send us
That
where?
we may be able
Send
to
you to Lady
explore
Garnet's party.
some kind of business
yeah.
opportunity
As like his representatives.
with Lady Garnet on behalf of Ezekiel,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe with the support of Lyra Lovelace.
Yeah.
But what do we owe Lady Garnet to help her again? I mean, she's not gonna get the curse removed from you. It sounds like she wants Mirror dead. Well, she told us as much.
She also wants the D.
Sure.
I don't know what that means.
Listen, friends, I don't think we should be getting involved in these like wars of factions in the city. Helping the city to heal and like restore power, that's one thing. You know, I'm still looking for my sister. I don't know why I asked old you why, like, if I would see my sister again.
It wasn't me, but what did I say?
Nothing.
Oh,
Well, I don't.
Me.
it wasn't me. Stop giving me the stink eye.
Unfortunately, in this moment, I don't think we have much of a choice but to at least remain entangled with them until we know Arkmir is safe.
Alright, I mean, let's go to the Mushroom Lounge and you know, the debt is paid.
I don't know if Mr. Miralar is the kind of guy that simply lets people off the hook that easy.
That would be wrong.
Agreed. But he clearly is very powerful.
No, already know he's had a list to eliminate some people that were, I guess maybe he interpreted as loose threads. Or loose ends.
It's your call.
The priority should be to try to get this removed from you. We can take the next steps thereafter. I agree, I don't want to participate in a faction war.
Definitely not.
But if we have to get as close to that as possible to at least remove this from him, it might be the only way, or otherwise we're sentencing Arkmir to death.
And time's ticking.
You do remember the details that Lady Garnet had told you about the spell? That it only triggers once a day at most.
Yeah.
Probably won't kill you unless you're horribly unlucky. But, and if you are, you could be proactive about it. You could literally say something every morning to cause the spell to trigger and then heal yourself and go on your day for the rest of your life. But
Wait, for the rest of my life?
for however long the spell lasts.
Okay.
The rest of
You don't know how long it lasts.
Your
For
life
the
was
rest
only
of the
guaranteed
30
30 days.
Yeah, she told me which was 30. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know that part to be true.
Yeah. I only know what she told me.
Well, your call.
I don't want to burden any of you. If you feel like there are other things that you do need to attend to, understand your sister,
I
then
don't have any clues anymore.
well,
There's no threads to follow.
There's a few outside the city that we could
I don't
actually explore.
I can't make any promises as to what will happen if we go to the Mushroom Lounge.
I mean,
Or
as
if-
long as you don't go pushing any buttons, you know, we should
Literally,
be
don't push
okay.
any buttons.
And I give you like a hefty slap on the back as I say that.
That's the thing. Even going to the Mushroom Lounge, I feel like it could be risky. I don't want to put the rest of you in danger.
I mean, just speaking for myself, my task was to set out and help the city recover from everything that's been going on, and the people who tasked me with that no longer are around or missing, and the Artificer Council isn't in the best hands, and we seem to have restored power for quite a while, so we know that the device works. So right now, my priority is helping you. My father's currently safe. Ward 6 is where we did the tower thing. Has power seemingly for the next 3 or so years. There doesn't seem to be as many dangerous rain clouds, at least right now. Ward 8, well, doesn't sound like,
What the hell happened there?
doesn't sound in the best shape right now, but
Should we go there? Should we look for Cassandra? She's still alive.
I think possibly, but that's definitely lower priority in my opinion.
No, they're fucked.
They had good water.
Did Lady Burnett say what kind of opportunity she was looking to have with Lyra? Or just that there could be one?
She said that there could be an opportunity to get Lyra on her own away from
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel because
And the-
Ezekiel never leaves.
Right.
Yeah.
Controlling.
But Lyra might be convinced to leave because of her ambitious nature, basically, is what she said.
We could ask if we want to have just a conversation with Ezekiel via messaging. He did make the suggestion that we attend this party. Could inquire if Lyra will be joining us. If not, maybe it could be as well.
I won't be able to send anything today.
Is it the day? Where are we? What time is it?
About the time when you left the house the last time.
I don't remember. What was the time?
What time?
Probably a little after 2-ish in the afternoon.
Okay.
I'm
It
hungry.
had been a long day. Like, you had you'd been to the
Yeah.
market, you'd done some shopping, you bought some stuff,
I was busy.
found Harrow Shadow Sun's tent of creepy stuff.
Maybe we could just take the rest of the day to get some rest, eat some good food. I do need to work on the gems that you proposed, and as well as I have this weird lantern that I would like to take a look at.
Yes. Before the gems, I think we had Kelthier's diamond.
It's an uncut
yeah,
diamond.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
I have
got the
gem
ring.
work. I got the ring.
That I put it on in fear, and it's still there.
You'll start walking. You looking for a tavern here? Or are you looking to head toward 6 or Ward 4, which are the two neighboring ones that you could potentially go to from here? Which way are you
I
headed?
wouldn't mind getting away from Ward 2.
This,
Ward 6 is the one that you would know. You would go through Ward 6 to go back into Ward 1.
Ward 6 seems to be nicely.
Word 6 was the educational word, right?
Yeah.
I would like to see Clank go. That was in.
It's Ward 1.
It is Ward 1, yeah.
I mean, we could head there. It'll take a little while.
You'd probably get to like the entrance of Ward 1 by nighttime and then maybe look to secure an inn or something there on either side of the wall.
Make half the way, get an inn, and the other half in the morning, so I can spend some time on the gem.
That works.
Yeah.
So head that way, and we'll find somewhere either halfway or a little bit closer. We won't track the whole way to Ward 1.
Yeah.
What you think?
girl.
So with all the time traveling, technically, I've triggered it for the day? Yes. The spell?
Technically, you still triggered it at Lady
Technically, it's
Garnett's.
still active.
Yeah.
You can still message Calthair with it in your mind.
Oh, no. I'm asking about the gauge spell.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
spell.
it
Yeah,
triggered-
that was
it
triggered
triggered
earlier.
with
I thought you were
Garnet.
talking about Psychic Whispers.
No, yeah. Yeah, my mind thinking.
You begin making your way through the twisting, windy, tree-shaded Ward 2 streets. And eventually, as the sun starts to set,
Is there a crow following us?
make a perception check.
22?
Yes, there is, but it's very far away.
He's getting smarter.
Very far away.
God damn it, Rufus.
Above you.
Oh, dear.
As you're kind of walking through the trees, you can look up shaded and you briefly catch like a bird flying up
Oh
over
dear,
it.
that bloody bird is following us again.
I have a feeling it will follow us most of the time.
Why don't you guys let me shoot it?
I don't know if we want to upset.
There might be a time and place for that
Ambition.
yet. You just have to be patient.
I just want to shoot the damn bird.
Also, I shot your pseudo dragon, but it wasn't you, and I don't know if it was actually Hoku. So
You do remember seeing that.
I saw that.
I was protecting us, and potentially you. I don't really know what happened. He kind of got all flustered. You told us to kill Hezric. We killed him. Someone went to heal him.
He did
The dragon
attack me.
freak out. He attacked Calthair.
Calthair.
Doesn't matter. I shot him. I'm a
Stop
little sore,
shooting. Hoku, this is not the first time you've done
but it
that.
wasn't you.
But it could have been Hoku.
It could have been a fake Hoku.
Whoa. Even a fake Hoku is a real cute Hoku.
With like a loud.
Ah!
See,
From
he's
behind
right here.
in
It
your
wasn't
backpack.
even him.
Yeah, but
You have no
okay,
proof.
well then I was right here and then it wasn't even me.
That's right, it wasn't you. But I don't even know if you're you. I don't know what to
I
think
mean,
anymore.
ask me anything that only the real Astra
Why'd
would
you
know.
steal the gifts?
I didn't steal the gifts. You lost them.
That's all.
You all walk through the streets, and you eventually, as the sun begins to set off in the west, you find yourself approaching almost towards the wall and the gate into Ward 1. You decide to find somewhere before entering
With
the ward
food.
in order to sit and spend the night. You come across a large metal building it's made out of iron, surprisingly.
Can we move on?
There's one large circular window on the
Cool.
top. And there's a sign hanging from the front of the door. The door itself is like one of those like double open, and you see people kind of exiting and walking out. The sign says, "The One-Eyed Welders."
Which ward is this in?
Ward 6.
Okay, so we're near Ward 6 and 1. Sorry, what was it called?
The One-Eyed Welder.
One-eyed
Purple people leader.
welder.
Actually, it's One-Eyed Welder is the
Oh.
With a
an
Z?
S or is
no
it-
with an S, so apostrophe S. The One-Eyed Welder. Z.
The iron is just like a sign.
Iron plating, like the entire walls are almost made of iron, or look like it's plated with iron. It's a tall building. It's not super big.
Shocker.
As you enter inside, it's rowdy. There's a lot of.
Is there a one-eyed welder?
Are there multiple
see
one-eyed
one.
welders?
There's many people scattered about all the tables. They're drinking. It's
Staff.
almost like a.
There are like a lot of students in here.
There's a lot of students.
Yeah, that's a university.
Yes, university.
You do notice that behind the bar, across from where the bar stools are, there's a dartboard.
Oh.
And the bartender who's standing behind the
Has
bar
one eye?
has one eye and
Nice.
a patch.
Nice.
Yes.
I bet it's for show.
He turns towards
Bad
you all.
placement.
Yeah.
He's just busy pouring. He's in the
Oh,
middle
wait,
of
are we
pouring
thinking
like
that he
2
got
drinks.
hit by a dart?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Poor guy.
He's in the middle of pouring drinks. He turns to you all and says, "Alright, how's it going?
Hello.
I get you all anything?" He's pouring like 3 mugs at the same time. Stops one of them.
Can I get one of those?
Sure. He just grabs the 4th mug from under the table, lines it up, and begins pouring it.
I like this place.
Do you have any water
Sure.
for morning?
Elma, help here. Help get these guys situated.
Oh, there you go.
Pouring. As this woman comes up to you, she looks half elven almost. She's wearing like an apron, walks up. Yes, would you like a seat? Most of the tables here, and you look around, it's rowdy, it's loud, it's crowded. Most of the tables on the lower floor seem like they're take you upstairs.
Yes, that'd be
the
wonderful.
drinks.
Well, what's the fun in that? Like this
We
that
need to
reminds me of
discuss
the
some
rats arse.
It is actually the closest that a bar has come to being like a cornhole bar
Yeah.
for a long time.
Do you guys have like, I don't know, like brawl exhibitions or something in here?
Make a persuasion check.
We can play her.
Yes. Oh no. 11.
I mean, I'm sure if you stay late enough, there will be one, but it's not intentional. Come, and she like
My
leads you
kind
up
of
these
place.
stairs, and they're small stairs. They're hard for you to climb up
I'm used to
through,
it.
but
Come
you
on.
wait while everybody else is kind of off the stairs so that you don't trip and fall over them. And climb
Shimmy
up.
up the stairs.
You do find on the 2nd floor there's a couple of tables empty. They're almost like picnic table style up here, almost like a beer house type thing.
Pull a couple together.
You pull a couple together and you grab a seat, and for the first time in a long time, you find yourself able to relax and take a breath.
Is there
All
anybody
day.
else in this room? or-
There's a few people just sitting, but it's a little bit quieter here on this floor than on the ground floor.
Can I spend this time to start? I'm gonna start trying to identify the staff. Just like
Classify this as a short rest while you guys are eating. Yeah.
You seem quite at home here.
This reminds me of the pub I used to go. It's called the Ratars. It was very rowdy and warm and smelled like beer and piss. But you know, compared to Cornwall, which is pretty gloomy and cold and dark, it felt like home. So, hi. I feel comfortable here.
That's good to
Although
hear.
this secondary room is not as much fun.
I'm sure you'll make your way downstairs at some point.
Aye. Would you care to join me when I go?
I will carefully observe from the back.
You're gonna have fun slapping in the back.
What a day.
I want to spend some time during this short rest to examine the ring that I have.
Yeah, you can attune to it, basically. You know it's a ring of necrotic resistance. And you should be able to find it.
Just gonna take a quick look around. I know you mentioned there were other people here, but like, how full is it such that like, if I was to pull out like a gem, would people be like, oh my god, and like,
No, it's not that full. This
Okay.
floor is a lot emptier. It seems like a lot of people who come here more for the atmosphere downstairs. The downstairs was well overcrowded. Like there were people hanging out at the bar and just standing in the corner. Upstairs, it's a little bit more calmer.
I imagine it's like the older folks or the introverted folks
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Like
There's a nice, like, as you look to your right, there's a massive window and you can look out over the rest of the ward. It's beautiful, really, with all of the, like, street lights now on and the spire in the middle projecting, like, all of the museum, like, symbols that were around it that you remember seeing. Ward 6 is actually quite beautiful now that everything is kind of restored and powers back to it.
we did it.
So your ring is a staff of necrotic
Staff! Your ring's a staff!
A ring of necrotic resistance. The staff, you identify it as a staff of the timekeeper.
Cool.
Oh. Yeah.
Don't
Something
give it
I
to
can look up
Astra.
on Magic. You should
I'll
look-
use it to kill
You
you.
hear
should
this.
be able to find it. It is homebrew content, though, so.
Do you think you would be able to cut this down and refine it? And I
yes.
did the uncut diamond.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna try to like see if I can peek through his stuff to see if I can see the gifts that I gave him. They're still there.
Make a perception check.
That's not how that works. My bag's always with me.
I'm sure you will open your bag to pull out your tools at some point. Unless you're trying to be sneaky about it.
18.
Are you trying to be sneaky about it?
I just don't know how she would see into the bag, but yes, I'm not being stealthy, so if she sees it, I guess she sees it. It's like a massive fucking bag. I would
I will
go.
roll a die and
Tools.
see if you see.
You ain't snooping.
On a 10 plus, you'll be able to see inside of it. On a, or actually, on an 11 plus, you'll be able to see inside of it. On a 10 or below, you will not.
16.
You managed to catch a glimpse of, maybe just as he's opening the bag, you managed to catch a glimpse of the bottle that you'd given him. It's inside the bag.
And what about the smelly stuff?
I don't even understand how it makes sense, but it's there.
It's like sticking out on like the corner because she'd stuck it into your bag, right?
Yeah, but is it just like floating near the top?
I don't know.
Okay.
Chance.
Sure.
DM
The
rules.
bag's like bigger than you.
What I see, I believe to be my gifts that I gave you.
Sure. I take the gem
Yeah.
and I start working on it.
Yep. You start working on it. Make a tools proficiency check with your jewel crafting tool.
Mm-hmm. Which I have.
Which
no
gem is
proficiency
this?
in.
The
the
uncut
diamond.
So there were a few diamonds.
The
right?
uncut diamond worth 300 gold.
Okay.
Rolled that,
That's
but it's
all I have
surprisingly a
written on it.
19.
Okay.
Yeah. I put uncut diamond and I wrote that I put the cost of it at 300, but then the description is like a default one because then it says it's worth 5,000 gold pieces, which is not true.
You begin
Wow.
to work at it.
Yeah, it's gonna
you
take a
make
while.
some progress. You start to kind of. You think you have most of the cuts proper to the point where it would be worth a lot, but you still need to polish it and sand it and grind it a little
fair.
bit. Yeah, I would say it's about half done, roughly, at the end of the night. As you're still doing this, you're
Make it
still
up.
talking and like all of this stuff is happening. So.
Lost. What? No messing around. What happened? How did you go end up in that weird room? How did you get there? Please give me a full answer this
Do I
time.
remember how I got there?
I don't remember how you got there.
Can you
You
remember?
remember-
Because I don't remember.
The character is.
You had a dream
just
at
one.
night where you were having a conversation with yourself,
Oh, yes.
but it was a spooky conversation.
Ooh.
Yes.
You weren't in a good spot. And then that conversation ended. You woke up, but when you woke up, there was none of your friends were around. You were just in that room.
Okay.
And then you had the conversation with other you,
Yes.
who was like happy-go-lucky you.
Yeah.
And then she was like,
Character
"Hey,
is
you're here,
psychotic.
and we need somebody else there to make sure stuff happens as
Right.
it's supposed to, and then
They
we'll send
just-
you back."
Yep.
And then the stuff from this session happened.
Okay. Gotcha. I just woke up there.
Just woke up there?
I don't know. I can't really explain it. I woke up and there I was.
That's weird. Like, when we wake up, she was missing, right?
Mhm.
Like we can all agree on that.
I don't agree with that. You guys were just ignoring me.
No, you were gone.
No,
You
I
were
was
gone.
there.
But you couldn't leave.
What do you mean?
It was a weird magical room. Like, how did we appear inside Lady Garnet's mansion?
Oh,
House?
boy on the other side of the wall. He helped us take
Right,
the portal.
but we woke up and the room was the same room, I suppose.
It looked similar, but yeah.
But we actually walked out into the city and not in Lady Garnet's folk house.
Well, I don't know. We were kind of stuck. You saw like he's trying to get out the window. You were trying to get out the door, or vice versa. I don't remember. No, that was right.
I remember.
And
I think I threw a bad with you on it. I don't really remember, to be honest. It was all blur. It scared me.
All right. So you just woke up there.
Mm-hmm.
What about the other day, when we killed Hezarek?
Uh-huh.
No, it's still today.
It was earlier today.
Time is weird.
Yeah.
What happened earlier today when he shot your bird and
He's not a bird.
We're calling it a bird now.
shot your bird and then you went, no, reality cracks. I clearly remember a slow motion, no, and then reality crack.
Yeah,
Did you do that?
I didn't do that. I had nothing to do with that. Right?
You were watching that happen. It was.
You mean down with Hezarek?
Mhm.
When the time did we
Yeah,
did,
when it was
the
fake.
time-
And then we replayed the last 30 seconds or something.
And they
like
You
Remember
watched it
that?
happen. You watched Toku get shot. There was
Oh,
a
yeah.
weird crack, and that was what cracked the mirror, and you couldn't see anything after that.
Oh.
Oh shit.
And then did I remember? I didn't remember that, right?
You remembered it.
afterwards?
So, you, Astra, let's call you Astra A.
Oh, shit.
There
You
we
woke
go.
up in the room.
Yes,
You had a conversation with Astra B.
the spooky one.
No, that was the
Cheery one.
Yes, the
That's
cheery
correct.
one.
Jesus, the
That's
amount
Astra
of crack
C.
cane going on.
If
Jesus.
you were watching Astra C, who had replaced Astra A in this timeline,
Yes. Yes.
you watched her come out.
We're talking about back earlier today, the whole Hezarek thing.
Yes.
Okay.
You watch her come out from the room. You go downstairs and encounter your friends. Astra B was surprised. Said
Yes.
stuff.
Yep.
Disappeared.
Yes.
You watched Astra C go downstairs. Have the whole thing with Hezarek. You were still watching that.
Okay.
Wasn't working out. Hoku got shot. Mirror crack.
And then, do I remember the time jump of going back and?
No.
Okay, that was the part. That was the part that I was.
And then you were alone in that room. And then the whole knocking, mirror, seeing them, all that stuff happened about after that.
Okay. So I don't know that Hezarek is dead or any of that
No.
stuff then. Gotcha. Okay. What?
So, you remember the whole, no, cracking.
Yeah, but I mean, he's here. I don't know. Maybe it was a dream?
Lass, stop messing around. I can
I'm
tell
not.
you when you're lying, you have
I'm
the
not
spell on your
messing
Wait,
face.
are you saying you're mad at me for shooting your bird in a dream?
It's not a bird. And yes, I would be 100% mad at you for that.
Oh no. Gotta watch what I dream about. What she dreams about. Wait a minute.
Both.
Oh no.
We killed somebody for you.
And I will send along a
This-
thank you note.
The least you can do is give us some answers.
Do it for him. The thumb and the naked lady. Like a thumb.
Okay. I can't really explain it. I just had this really strong feeling that I just knew that he had to die for us to live.
Alright, you told us that. But
That's all I got. It was just a hunch.
what about the replay?
Huh? Do you want me to replay it for
No,
I'm pretty
after
tired.
that happened, we went back and then, we killed Hezarek again. And then we went to see Lady Garnet. Do you remember that?
Now you're gonna have to stop messing around.
What?
That didn't happen. I woke up here. Well,
I think that
back
might
there.
be where we got separated then. Because after the first time that Hezrick,
After you shot the bird.
I had
Not a bird.
shot Hoku. I didn't know if it was real Hoku. I believed you when you said that Hezrick needed to die. And then we kind of time shifted back to the beginning of that whole room experience.
So.
And then he died again.
Oh. How did that happen?
I
Well,
think you hit him in the face.
I know in the chest, but
Oh.
then I think that wasn't enough, and then the other guy came in
And stabbed him, yes. It was quite an ordeal, but it definitely happened twice.
See, you guys aren't making sense because I don't know. This is gonna surprise you guys. I was really sneaky, and I was the one that made the room go dark. You know, and then
Yes, very sneaky.
Yeah.
So after that happened, and you were like untwisting his neck, and were like,
you
oh,
didn't see
I
any of that.
didn't do anything.
I was
I'm trying to
really
heal.
sneaky about that.
Sure, lass. After all that happened, and then the whole Hoku bird situation happened, he shot your bird, and then the whole reality cracked. And we went back 30 seconds. I don't know how long.
But you're saying you don't remember that.
Right before you cast that ball of darkness, and we stopped from doing that again. And then we went and we killed Hazarek. And then we left. And he messaged Mirlar. Although by the time you messaged Mirlar, she was missing already, right?
Yeah, you disappeared
There was definitely a different
briefly
version
after
of you.
Hazarick.
Because we asked you something about the morning when we left something with the barkeep. And you said you didn't remember that.
I remember.
So it was definitely a different version of you.
She wasn't there at all at the tavern.
So you weren't there at all.
I
Ever.
was there.
You've never been here.
You guys are really messing with my head right now.
We never went back to that tavern. Keep.
The thing is still there.
The proof that you weren't there.
What proof?
That you weren't there.
I was there though. I don't know what you did to the poor tavern person, but I was there. I must have just been distracted. Then we went shopping. Should have got the stick. Didn't get the stick.
Didn't you say you woke up in that room though?
There you
Yeah,
go with
that
the
was
wine
another.
again.
That was
Well, we woke up in the room we went to sleep in.
yeah.
So you woke
what's
up in a
different?
different room. You weren't in the
No,
same
I
room
went
as
to sleep
us.
there at some point, right?
I feel like we're not getting anywhere.
I don't know what the problem is here. This makes perfect sense, you guys. It all adds up if you think about it.
We voted you off the
Grab your torch.
Alright, who wants some entertainment? I'm going back downstairs.
I'm gonna keep working on some things.
Okay.
Alright. Arkmir, Kaltir?
I'm gonna need some time to myself to think about a couple things.
I mean, you only live once.
30 days.
Yeah. 30 days. Go on, but thank you.
I'm going to make sure they don't hurt themselves.
Alright, come along. And merrily head downstairs with an empty pint.
Head downstairs. The night is rowdy. There's like some really bad bard who's just like set up in the corner and is trying to perform, and he keeps getting booed and like
Wait, are you gonna beat
empty
up
mugs
college
thrown
kids?
at him.
Yeah.
It's a very rowdy night
Is it
downstairs.
He he wouldn't get booed off the stage.
Alright, so what we would do at the Rat's Ass is we would find the rowdiest, most dick-looking guy that we could find, and we would punch them in the face.
Well,
See if we can start a bit of entertainment. So,
oh,
who should I punch?
big one.
Perhaps
Maybe.
no one?
Or big one.
I'm upstairs.
Comes like us. Wow, what the fuck?
Just face plant.
This first, I'm not gonna kill anybody. This is just a bit of a fun brawl.
But what if the guy looks dumb and looks like a stupid head, but he's actually a really nice guy?
Are you describing the big one?
You know, there's a couple of people off in the corner. One of them is like really tall, almost has like furry, fuzzy skin of sorts. A long nose, looks animal-like of sorts. And then sitting across from him is a youngish-looking, like red-haired.
Oh, punch
He looks human, but not quite. Like he's got like something strange about him that you can't quite pinpoint. As he turns towards you, you can tell immediately what it is. His eyes are like feline, like cat's eyes.
Oh, cool.
He's like they're both drinking from like they're well into their pints and they're both looking a little woozy. They're not rowdy, but they're just the ones that you notice immediately as being the most wasted.
Maybe we just talk to them first. If they are real douche nozzles, you can go ahead and punch them. But if they're nice guys, maybe we'll try to find somebody else.
Well, I need a refill, so I go to the bar and I ask for.
Yep. You have to like shove your way through, and this is probably a prime opportunity because as you're making your way through, so you definitely get elbowed a couple of times and you're near your head, your shoulders. You're like shorter and like trying to make your way through the crowd. Eventually, you make it to the bar, and the bartender looks down at you. Yeah, what can I get you?
A refill, please.
He takes it, and there's like a pre-filled mug just sitting there, and he just hands it back to you.
All right, I throw like I don't know, 3 silver. And then I turn back, and like, how far am I from the drunk guys and the furry one?
They're often like one of the corner tables, or like just off to the wall, so probably like maybe 5-10 feet. It's not a very big bar, like 10 feet, I would say.
All right, like, come with me.
All right.
Let's go have some fun.
Can I have warm milk?
Do you ask the bartender?
Yeah. Can I have some warm milk?
Don't think we have any. We got ale, we got water, we got some really old liquor and spirits of some kind. I don't actually know what kind they are. That's about it.
I'll have an ale.
Okay.
So I will like make my way towards the 2 guys.
By the time I get there, half the ale is
gone.
Yeah.
And I sit down there on their table and I slam my mug and I say, "What chance does bring a feline-looking dude and like his furry friend to the town?"
He means it's
We're
nice to
from
meet you
around
guys.
here. What brings a dwarf to our neck of the woods, huh?
Do you have anything against dwarfs?
Do you have anything against tabaxi?
You look weird.
God damn.
The taller, like, looking focus. Calm down, friend. Calm down. The man just wants to talk. Just relax. And
Why are you telling him to calm down?
We're just having a good time, man.
They're stoned, they're not.
You can clearly see his pupils are very dilated right now. And Cran looks up at you and is just like, "What, you think you could just come up here and start talking about how we don't belong here? You think we don't hear enough of that from our teachers down at the fucking academy? Well, fuck you too." And his tall friend is like, "Just relax. It's okay, dude. It's gonna be fine."
You don't tell a dwarf from Hot Wormhole to go fuck himself? And then I throw my beer at his face.
Oh boy.
And he immediately just leaps up across the table and starts to fight you. And the Furbo tries to separate you two, and then eventually he just like leans back and just watches. You both get in a little bit of a bar
And I
fight.
jump on the table.
Yep, roll to it.
Yeah. And this is unarmed strike.
Yep.
Oh yeah, sorry, attacks. No, not skills. Sorry, actions. Unarmed strike. 17 to hit.
That hits.
5 points of damage.
You belt him in the stomach, and he just like flails out with his claws, basically, and like tries to scratch at you. As you notice that his arms and stuff are also fairly furry, even though his body is not like. His face is not as furry. You can immediately notice that he is a feline-looking, or perhaps a half-feline creature.
Would there be many tabaxis out in Wormhole?
Probably not many.
Oh, not many, right? Yeah.
You take about 3 points of damage just from the scratching claws, but your punch really like wins him, and he just like falls back a little bit. Hearing the noise of like the mug that was on the table just fall to the side, a couple of people from behind start shouting, "Brawl!" and just start going to town, just randomly punching people from across the face. You can immediately see like at the bar, the bartender just like ducks down and just like hides behind the counter. Alcohol stuff being poured, and there's just fisticuffs happening everywhere that
the
you
best
can
you
look.
got? I mean, this itches a little bit.
He tries to swing at you again. Definitely misses. Yeah, no, he's way too drunk for this. He just like tries to flail at you, and maybe it's because like his buddy's trying to like pull him back. It's just eventually just gives way.
Do these guys hear it from upstairs?
You all hear shouting of brawl and everything like that.
Oh, sounds like they're having a good time.
Kids will be kids.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before turning in? There probably are rooms upstairs that you can rent. They're more likely just a boarding house. Not the most comfortable of rooms.
I just wanted to take time to look at the lantern.
Okay.
Is there anything that I can discern that needs fixing on it?
It definitely needs fixing. A lot of fixing, to be honest. You would probably need to find like materials both in order to repair the frame, as well as potentially something like arcane to power the actual crystal within.
Interesting.
You could build something like very easily, like a battery, like electrosteel battery type thing. You build things similar to power like the homunculus and the dog and all of that stuff. So you could build it. It would be a project, not a super long project, just like maybe a day or so.
Yeah, I just write some notes, sketches, come up with some ideas.
Clear talk. We heard, I guess, heard the term timekeeper and watcher. Was that all from Trisanda, or did we hear that beforehand from...
You've never heard the word timekeeper from anyone other than Tisha. You also hadn't heard the word watcher from anyone except Tisha.
Okay.
But the staff you know is called the staff of the timekeeper.
Gotcha.
You don't know what that word means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just assumed that I spend the next half hour just fighting with a bunch of people at random, just punching and getting punched. And
after a short while, you come up a little bit bruised, but no serious damage.
But,
What are you doing?
before I go up,
Seriously.
I will sit down with the tabax and say, "Listen, Man, I never said that you don't belong.
He's probably not that cold.
You're still talking
I'm
about
still talking to him. So, you know, don't be discouraged. Life gets better. After you finish your trades, you know, well, I guess you're gonna work for the rest of your life, so, well, goodbye. What? Hey, 40 dude, what's his name?
Cran.
Gran?
Cran. We
Cran?
know a crayon.
CRANN.
No, we know a crayon.
Tell
We know a
Cran. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to punch him this
We know a
hard.
crayon for sure.
I do.
Because I drew a Crayola crayon.
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 Is there anything else you want to do before turning in for bed?
Wait.
You all head upstairs. You get just beds, essentially, in the boarding house. Head upstairs, and it's actually surprisingly empty. Not many people stay here. There's probably a dozen or so beds, and there's nobody else occupying them.
crayon.
So
And drew a
it's
crayon.
pretty empty.
Did you name somebody else Cran?
I might have named someone else Cran.
Oh, okay. It's not the same person.
No, it's not the same
That's good
person.
because I made no notes about.
As you go upstairs and you begin to turn in for the night,
In terms of spell, I guess there's spellcasters in our group that I assume would be you two.
Cran is a guard between 1 and 4.
Technically, I'm a spellcaster, just a minor
One
one.
and 4.
Oh, okay. And then like staff-wise, I assume it's just Calcier.
Like, doesn't even really
What
use
do you
staff.
think
Use the staff.
what do you
Do you use
do?
all? Any of you guys can. Okay. Then
If it's a spellcaster's staff, then technically either one of us could arguably use it.
yeah.
Although it depends. If you went with like an arcane focus approach, I guess it depends on what your arcane focus is.
I can
That
make
matters.
anything in
I'm not
arcane
entirely
Mine's
focus.
a wand.
Currently, I have a dick anchor.
Well, I'll approach both of you. They're coming up. Turns out this staff is. I don't know how they identify us, but I guess it's the staff of the timekeeper.
I want it.
How do you know that?
It is
I
a
stared
quite
at it long
powerful
enough.
staff.
Yeah.
Generally, when something is magical, you can learn the basic nature of it just by like almost talking to it, and, like focusing on it, concentrating on it.
Look at the lower left corner.
Basically,
Staff
that.
of the timekeeper.
Maybe.
Well, I'm
Made
just
in
gonna
China.
read out this thing because it's funky. Yeah.
It is.
So this dark wooden staff has grooves carved into it that are filled with a brassy-hued metal known as electrosteel.
Mhm.
The head of the staff it sits ornately crafted glass hourglass full of purple sand perpetually falling. So that's what Rufai said. In terms of what it does, you gain +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic quarterstaff. While you hold it, you gain +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. The staff has 5 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 or more of the staff's charges to cast the falling spells from it, using your spell save DC. Gift of Alacrity, Borrowed Knowledge, Fortune's Favor, or Slow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind your wand is already magically
Yeah.
imbued. So
Yeah.
if you do take that ever or get rid of your wand, let me know, and I'll imbue somebody else's.
Well, if either of you don't,
I'm less likely to do spell attacks, so if you'd like to use it, you can. You seem to be weird with time. Timekeeper probably fits you quite well.
Oh, I see what he did there.
I mean, if nobody else wants it, I'll take it.
well, if not, I'll
No, I
look
want
to
it.
sell it to
Mine.
Glencoe.
I want it.
Well,
Wow. Are you sure I can have this? Wait, is that what you were saying, or were you just telling us about it?
you can have it. I figured, well, I don't know how the future will play out right now, but
It's all,
this staff seems like it'd be.
it's all puns. I get it.
The staff seems like it'd be more helpful, at least in the hands of someone in our group. Otherwise, I'd honestly look at pawning it off to Clanko.
Oh, thank you. I wish I had something I could trade to give you in return. Do you want some expired flour?
That's fine.
Okay. I'll think of some way.
What you gonna call it?
Ooh,
Best weapons have names.
I know.
Only if they've seen battle.
Because I've got Cynthia here. I'm gonna have to think about this for the staff. Let me sleep on it.
Well,
What
don't
you go-
sleep on it, because you
Not-
might break it.
On it, but
What you going to do with Cynthia?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. Let me sleep on it.
This is my tinker with Cynthia.
That's what I've been casting spells.
So now your staff has to be Angelica.
You all head upstairs, find a couple of beds, push them in the same area together, a little away from the rest of them. Turn in to go to sleep. At night, except for Astra, each of you has a dream.
Oh boy.
For each of you, that dream is the vision that Tisha Sandrel in her private plane gave you, so your original timelines. You gather that one dream as a fragment of her last traces.
Like the alternate reality.
Yeah, the one where like I was at the
Archmage,
workshop,
you have a
you
dream
were
that
fighting
you're-
with your sister, right?
I turned
No,
left
I-
instead of right.
No, it's not talking about the one
Yeah,
where.
basically.
I don't remember
This is
what
the
it
vision that Tisha gave
Oh,
you
no,
in her
that was
plane.
my vision.
The vision for each of you. For Arkmir is the sitting in a room full of gold and
Oh, yeah.
fancy
He's living his best life.
sculptures.
Yeah, best life.
That was a
I'm
lie,
heading
though.
south
That one
with
was a lie.
Kirana.
Oh, it was a
You're
lie.
still
That
you're
was a
traveling
lie.
south.
Right, I remember.
No.
But each
this
of
is
you
the-
have a dream of just yourself on your own.
This is the if we didn't
If we didn't
come
meet
together,
you,
Yeah.
my life would have been way better.
Yeah,
That's what
Yes.
you think.
yeah, that's true. You know, actually,
That's what I think. Yeah.
That's probably accurate, yeah.
He's in like a foreign land. Like,
And that's where we'll end today's session.
okay.
I got a cool staff.
Yeah, just decide if you're gonna use it. Can you use the staff as a spellcasting thing?
should be able
Like
to.
as a
Should be able to.
focus?
Yeah.
You should look at the details more though, because it has things about like how you use charges, and each spell uses a variable amount of charges. And if you ever use all of the charges, you have to roll a die. If you hit a certain number, the staff disappears.
You have a chance of just like the wand disappears forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Just
The
don't
staff,
use the
the
last
staff.
charge.
Forever
Yeah,
and
just-
ever?
The staff forever and ever.
What?
If you decide to use it before we wake or before we leave where we're currently at, let me know so I can imbue one of their other things.
Okay.
You would also, through this long rest, have to attune to this. So make sure you add it to your inventory and attune to it. You can also attune to your ring of necrotic resistance. I believe that should be in there.
Probably a 2.
No, it is.
Sure.
It's better for spellcasters.
Do I have to give you my wand?
No, I just
No.
click a button.
Okay. I'll
Basically, like I
Okay.
literally say infusion not active, and then I put it on somebody else.
Okay, wand. You can do that.
Done.
All right, folks.
Do you want to do
Thanks
it
for
on
joining
my
us.
staff?
No, because the
See you
bonuses
next
won't
time
double up. I don't
in the
know.
outro.
It already gets the
Bye.
same. Bye. Oh god, wait. Bye.
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 Bye.